Welcome back everyone to some more F1 2021 My Team Career Mode. We're entering the Netherlands, or the Dutch Grand Prix, and yeah, we've had some good races so far recently. Of course, last time out we got the race victory. If you guys haven't seen that video yet, make sure you check out the link in the description. There's a link to a playlist of all the F1 2021 My Team videos we've made so far, the usual, you know. So yeah, catch up if you guys haven't seen the series yet. If you guys are new, welcome. Please do consider subscribing using the red button down below, and hit the notification bell as well so you're notified when I upload next. And yeah, more F1 2021 My Team content is going up, so please be sure to be subscribed so you don't miss the next one. So without further ado, let's move on to Zandvoort and the Dutch Grand Prix. We're just going to advance time, and I think there's nothing else we really need to touch on, so we should be in the clear. Alrighty-o, Season 5, Round 14 of 22. We're coming down to the business end. Before we go though, I just want to check the R&D progress history. Seems like everyone's static now. Everyone has fulfilled their maximum potentials, I'm assuming. We'll see if the regulation changes switch things up a bit. But anyway, standings wise, we are 4th, 1 point behind Gasly and Perez after we got cheated out of 1 point for the fastest lap because Ocon had a blinder of a lap time, 1:15 at Spa, which is almost impossible, I believe. Max Verstappen with a 176 points ahead. So yeah, we're almost there. We can overtake him if he has a bad race and we get anywhere on the podium. We could close that gap. So let's see if we can push on, and hopefully Senna will help us out here too, because the Constructors is looking tasty too. 80-point gap between Red Bull and us, so we should be in for the fight. So let's see what happens on race weekend at Zandvoort. Welcome to qualifying at the Circuit Zandvoort. Circuit Zandvoort? Yes, Circuit Zandvoort in the Netherlands. It's a track that is quite difficult for us. The AI does have this OP turn in Sector 2 that the player cannot achieve because somehow the AI has more grip and more downforce in that area. So I really don't know how to measure that and how to really, you know, stay competitive in that region. Although towards the end, the final bend, the banked bend before the start finish straight, that is also a very strong place for the player. So I think there's a bit of a balance there, but I think I'm going to be overall very slow compared to the AI. So I don't think I'm going to, you know, expect a lot out of qualifying today, but overall practice was decent. Just one thing that I noticed was that the AI just doesn't know how to give space. The AI just doesn't let you go by when you're on a flying lap and they're just on a, you know, in lap or out lap, one of the two. They just don't know how to give space. They always get in your way, they always slow you down. So I did miss out on a bit of practice program achievements, but I did that during the quick practice. We solidified everything and got the resource points necessary. But yeah, that just irked me a lot, that the AI just doesn't know how to give space. All of the time you have to leave with the space, as Fernando Alonso famously once said. Other than that, I think we should be, I don't know, not very competitive today. I'm not too hopeful, but we'll see what times people set. Although the positive thing about the race day is that it's going to rain at the early stages of the race, as you guys will see here. I think we're going to have to put on a car setup that is very much based on that fact. The original setup called for 1110 wings, but then I dropped the wings a little bit just to see if I gained more pace, and I think I gained about a tenth or so by lowering the aerodynamics a tad bit. But it is time to qualify in the dries, and the race, we'll see. We will see if we can have a good race. Let's see how my first lap is. Nah, we're out. P21, are you serious? Where can I get faster? Alright, second lap. 3 tenths improved, almost 4 tenths. Only brings us up to P18. Ooh, maybe I should do one more lap. Minuscule improvement. It's not good. It's not good. Really struggling on this circuit. Pierre Gasly with the fastest lap with a 106.1. Ayrton Senna 106.4. Ooh, 107.6. I'm a total of 1.4 seconds slower. Isla, Schwartzman, Latifi, Aitken, and Mazepin get knocked out. So, it's back at the grid start. I'm going to take an engine penalty for new engines. I don't know if I need it, but I think it might still be useful to have a fresh engine component in the back of the car. So, let's see if we can really push for podium today. I don't know, because this track is horrible for us. We'll see how it goes.
Welcome along then to the North Sea coast and Zandvoort, 25 miles away from Amsterdam, and the host for today's Dutch Grand Prix. It's a race the great Jim Clark won on 4 occasions, leading for an astonishing total of 370 laps. 2.6 miles then make up a lap here at a wet Zandvoort circuit, where some tricky braking zones and sudden drops can make it all too easy to slide off into the gravel. There are 14 corners overall and a 678-metre main straight, providing the best chance for overtaking. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
There are 3 main things to worry about there, Crofty. Positioning, awareness and discipline. First, you have to put your car in a bit of space and make sure you have room to react to what the others are doing. Then you have to watch your mirrors and listen to the sounds around you to get a sense of where everyone is. And finally, just don't get too greedy. Just because a gap exists doesn't always mean you should go for it.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he starts from pole position, with Pierre Gasly alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Senna, Carlos Sainz, and Tsunoda, Bottas, Norris, Giovinazzi, and Lewis Hamilton. Ocon, Perez, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. George Russell and Mick Schumacher, Stroll, Raikkonen, Callum Eilert, and Robert Schwartzman. Latifi, Aitken, Mazepin, and the Golden Boy. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
So, rainy weather start. We can go on the intermediates until it's time for dries. Oh no, not the wets, please. Yeah, we'll go there. 21 laps on the intermediates. We'll drop our fuel load to the bare minimum. Sadly, can we? I can't even go lower than that, which is a real shame. So yeah, we have an optimum setup for dries, but it's also stable enough for the wets. So I think I should be in good shape to get some positions early doors. 5 red lights here in Zandvoort, and away we go. I think Latifi had a jump start there for a moment, but up the inside we go. Oh, I did well to avoid that. I can't see much in front of me. The spray is insane. Around the outside. A little slip, but we're still good. Following Ocon. Okay. A little hit on us. Vehicle condition.
Tire condition is still looking good.
Okay, no real damage on the car. Perez and Giovinazzi ahead. The dirty air is not kind to me, especially in the rain. Let's see. We're doing well. P12 right now. Yes! Around the outside of Paris, had a little bit of a drift, but we're up into P11. Oh, Exceeding track limits fine, but I did get the move done on Giovinazzi. That was a risky one.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
Ooh. Hamilton next in P9. I gotta make most of this wet stint because I'm Mr. Wet Weather driving compared to the AI here. As soon as the dries hit, I'm sure the AI is gonna really launch the car into overdrive.
A gap form.
Oh, what an exit. Vehicle condition.
No tyre concerns at the moment. Just focus on the driving.
Okay, good. Wings still intact. Oh, Hamilton taken. Lando Norris and Tsunoda's next. Oh, stress, stress, stress. Oh, come on. Okay, I think I can get Norris here. Slipstream. Gonna be one of the late breakers here. There we go. Lando Norris taken. Tsunoda's next. Wonder if Tsunoda has wing damage. Or is he just slow? He might be just slow.
Okay, the weather's certainly eased off for the time being.
Ah,
but we've still
eat
got
my
a lot of
dust,
standing
Tsunoda.
water out there. We're happy for you to stay out on the inters for now. The gap to the car ahead is 2.1 seconds.
Bottas next. Just up the road. Oh, fastest lap with a 1:17.4.
Fastest lap of the race so far.
Let's go. Okay. Ah. I peaked. But nope. Not yet. I think I can get him here on the straight. Let's see if we can get him here. I think we can. We're in a slipstream. Just need to late brake here.
We're increasing our gap on the car
Nice.
behind by around a second a lap.
A little hit, but not my fault. The guy just drove into me. We got signs ahead. I think the AI is just complacent, one behind another. They just want to see out the wet stint right now.
10 minutes left of this rain, then we think it's going to dry up. 10 minutes.
Okay. 10 minutes. Very important to get most of the overtakes done in the next 10 minutes. Let's lunge it at Sainz. Can I? Oh boy.
Brilliant. Nice move.
Sorry. Not the nicest move, Jeff. Vehicle condition.
No issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
That was a little too deep. I do apologize. But it is what it is, as Jarno Mir says. Alright, we gotta keep pushing on for Senna next. And then we got Leclerc ahead of him. And I think there's a AlphaTauri of Gasly in P2 right now. question is the AI going to pit for new intermediates? Ayrton, Sue is faster than you. Can you confirm the message? Ayrton, Sue is faster than you. Can you confirm the message? Bro. Ayrton Senna, get out of my way, please. Let's switch. Oh, your dirty air is making me very poor. Missed apexes because of your dirty air, buddy.
You're increasing the gap on the car behind by 0.5 per lap.
Ah, did it. Went past Ayrton Senna there. Let's catch Leclerc now. Got Leclerc. Oh. Jawohl, jawohl, jawohl. Let's go, let's go. Gasly's next. Oh, there's a yellow flag. Nikita Mazepin's out. Oh, lag. That's fine. We're chasing down Gasly here. Yes, another fastest lap by 0.3, I believe.
Okay, I think the track will be drying out quite soon. Mind you don't burn out your tyres.
Oh, Max Verstappen's out. Oh, he's had a huge crash. Safety car deployed.
Okay, watch your pace. We've been informed that the safety car is out. There appears to have been an issue.
Whoa.
with stopped vehicle.
Max Verstappen had a huge crash. He was going so well. In the lead. Now what do? Do I pit for fresh rubber? Do you think?
Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta
Surely
is
not.
negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
Weather report.
Inters seem like the fastest tyre for now.
We should be at the crossover right now. Alright, safety car's coming in. It's not too far away from dries, but everyone else is still on inters. We want to be very cautious with this overtake, with this restart. There we go.
Push
There
now.
we go.
We're boxing this lap.
Ah, cold tires. Semi-cold. Don't have optimum grip. When will the dries come? Tire status?
It's borderline, but if I were you, I'd come in and change tyres. I'm just not sure we're on the right ones for the conditions anymore. Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
I should have switched during the safety car. That would have been big
Okay,
brain
copy that.
strategy. Box this lap.
Understood, stopping this lap.
Ah, that would have been big brain strategy going in during the safety car to fit on the softs or the mediums, the slicks. I wonder if softs can go until the end. We'll play.
We're no longer sure that these tyres are the right ones. It might be time to come in and change.
There we go. 14 yeah, I'm gonna go on mediums just to be on the safe side. Don't want to risk it. Wow, 3 seconds. You guys are slow.
Go, go, go. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
It would have been too early, I think. Still a little bit off. But yeah, slicks it is. We should be in the lead of the Grand Prix right now. Now I am a little worried about the AI because they're going to be rapid unless they fit on a wet setup. Okay, around inside of Russell. Around the outside of Raikkonen. Everyone's in the pits. Soft compound tires are best right now.
Enabled. DRS is now enabled.
Okay. I have a small suspicion that everyone has a wet setup on. I am blitzing through. Alright, here we go. Bottas behind me. It's the final lap, but we're coming up to it. Our rival is right on our tail. Lewis Hamilton nowhere to be seen. Of course, Max Verstappen crashed out. Come on. Heroic end to the Grand Prix, please. Do it for the Max Verstappen fans. Let's go. Final lap of the Grand Prix.
Final lap of the race.
All I need to do is keep the car on the road. No spin outs. No traction control or loss of traction. And just stay ahead of Bottas no matter what. Keep it clinical. Stay ahead of Bottas. Come on, Sue. You got this. Right there. That turn. I don't have grip. But the AI does. It's unbelievable how much grip they have. Also, overheating tires. Not good, but it seems like we have a big enough gap to keep Bottas behind us. Seems like another P1 finish here. Consecutive P1 finishes since Spa. But this has been a wet weather maestro drive from us to do well from P22 to P1. Last the first challenge completed around Zandvoort. It's P1 for us as we cross the line. P1.
Fantastic. You've won the Grand Prix.
Many doubted whether they could pull off the win here in Zandvoort, but they have done, and done it in spectacular style. Talk to me, Ants. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Well, I think it was clear what the main contributing factor out on the track was today: speed. I know it sounds like an obvious thing to say, Crofty, but fast cars win races, and we saw that today with our winner.
A show-stopping performance from the three drivers approaching the podium right now. It's been an interesting Grand Prix, that's for sure.
What a Grand Prix victory for us. P1 after a fantastic wet weather management stint. I could have done better. Could have pit during the safety car and it had like a 18-second gap to Bottas behind me, but you know, you snooze, you lose sometimes, but I'm still happy with a P1 finish, yes.
And now let's take a look at the drivers' standings. The Golden Boy takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship. Some amazing talent out on the track today, but Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
I have to give it to the Golden Boy. They pushed and pushed and found some fantastic performance. It was just a pleasure to watch.
Did you guys hear that? We take over the driver's standing lead. Well, anyway, let's take a look at the rundown of the Dutch Grand Prix. We sit at the top of the podium with Bottas and Sainz behind us. Perez, Norris, Giovinazzi, Tsunoda, Senna, Gasly, and Hamilton round out the top 10 points positions. It looks like Hamilton is nearing the end of his career, to be honest, not performing up to par with Bottas. But anyway, Schwartzman, Stroll, Ocon, Leclerc, Schumacher, Aitken, Eilert, Raikkonen, Russell, Latifi round out the finishers, with Verstappen and Mazepin not finishing the race today. Unfortunate for Max Verstappen, who was very strong but then had a slip and then lost it. Standings wise, here we go. We are in the lead, a 2-point gap to Max Verstappen. Screw Verstappen versus Hamilton. It's a Verstappen versus Su contention here for the driver standings. Ayrton Senna loses a bit of ground to Bottas, who's on 104, Ayrton Senna 101. He did get some good points today. Hopefully he can start pushing up ahead as well. Let's see at the constructor standings today. We do bridge the gap ever so slightly. It's still a massive gap to Red Bull, 64 points. I think Perez scored a good number of points for Red Bull today, so it is unfortunate that the Red Bull had a decent day despite, you know, Max Verstappen crashing out. Let's claw back a couple more points in the next couple Grand Prix so we reach the first position in the constructor standings. Well, what a day for Max Verstappen. He had a bad day, but if someone has a bad day, someone else has a good day, and that happened to be us. Started P22 after a poor qualifying session, then put a whole new engine in our back of our car. Took a massive grip penalty, started P22, of course. And yeah, it turned out to be a good gamble because the wet weather was really strong for us. We had a good balanced car setup, a dry setup that also works in the wet. 1110 wings seems to be the best for the wet weather stint. I think it did cost us a tiny bit during the dry stint, but still we were competitive, keeping Bottas behind us and Leclerc, I believe, or Sainz actually, keeping those two cars behind us very well. So it was a good drive overall, and I like the setup. Very nice from John Evans. I think he's also a esports driver, or he's like a good F1 2021 driver. So yeah, took a setup off of him on time trial, and it served us very well. Good race overall. Wet weather maestro here. Did very well in the wet stint to claw up 21 positions all the way to P1. And yeah, that is quite a feat from us to secure that P1 before the safety car was deployed because Max Verstappen had a slip. If I were to make one adjustment, I keep saying this, maybe I should have pit during the safety car. I think that's the optimum strategy. Then I think Senna could have been on the podium, if not in the top 5. But it is what it is. We make mistakes and we live on, you know. Take it on the chin and we move forward to the next Grand Prix. It's the Italian Monza Grand Prix next time out, so it's going to be quite exciting. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe using the red button down below, hit the notification bell as well so you're notified when I upload next. You want to be subscribed because this season is going down to the wire. The driver's standings is separated by 2 points between myself and Max Verstappen. So we'll see how that progresses over the next couple Grand Prix. We are nearing the end, by the way. It's going to be around 15 next time out of 22. So it's about 8 Grand Prix left. So we'll see how that progresses. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys at the next Grand Prix at the Italian Monza circuit. See you there.
Yeah, I can even focus on sleeping. You're so pretty, every day I'm thinking, baby, could you help me, cause I'm freezing. If it wants to see me, it's cause you